What's the most expensive thing ever? As far as I know, the space station we've built, humanity has built, I think it's like 150, maybe 200 billion dollars. Maybe that's a lot. Somewhere above 100 billion dollars, something like that. Maybe that's even not that much. I don't fucking know. Let's see this.
If you saved $1 billion every single day for your entire life, you still wouldn't come close to affording the most expensive thing ever. But to find out what that is, we'll be going on a journey through the most valuable things in existence, all starting with you. The raw ingredients needed to make a human cost only $152,000.
Okay, I was not expecting this.
That's out of budget. You could just boil down a pig because chemically you're pretty much the same. They're
Oh
just
yeah,
slightly
boil them alive, yeah.
tastier. But since you're already fully assembled, the government officially values you at 14.2 million. And they're lowballing you because if someone hypothetically
So we're all
harvested all your
millionaires.
organs, they could make 45 million.
Oh.
They're pretty expensive. But to find the most expensive
Doesn't that like, this is dark, but doesn't that like depend on my age, my health? Anyway.
thing ever, we need to look at much costlier items, with the next being a well-known painting that became famous for all the wrong reasons. It's 1503 in Italy. A rich silk merchant goes up to a painter and says, "Could you make me a painting of my wife?" "Sure. Give me like 2 weeks."
Really? 16 years.
Leonardo da Vinci never fully finished that painting, but he actually sold it right before he died to the King of France, and it stayed in the bedrooms of powerful guys until ending up at a museum where no one cared.
I still
Until
don't.
it got
I
stolen.
like, for me, like, sorry, no offense. If you're an artsy type of nerd when it comes to stuff like this, paintings, cool. I've got nothing against that. I just don't get it. I don't get the value added and why it's so much money. Well, no, I get the Mona Lisa, but so many other art pieces.
Then found, then taken on a PR
This is because of
campaign,
historical
and now
reasons.
This 30-inch plank of
I
wood
guess.
smeared with colored oil is valued at $1 billion.
Why? Really? Really? Get the fuck out of here.
But nature's greatest work of art
I'm
was
sorry.
found by complete accident. Sir Thomas Major Cullinan dug a hole in the ground and filled it with Africans to mine rocks for him. And in 1905, a
Joyful music! Evil event.
diamond was found, and it happened to be the biggest diamond ever. Completely colorless, zero
Really?
imperfections, the most chemically perfect rock produced by the planet. And the guy who found it was this guy, the mine's manager. He was just going for a
Wait,
stroll.
what? None one of the, I was about to say, I was like, oh, one of the slaves found it and maybe that like transformed his life in some way? Probably not.
When he
Sadly.
randomly saw it in the wall, and he got a nice check for it. Then the rock got cut up and shipped in a literal postal box to more white people. The total value of this
course.
rock is estimated at $2 billion, making it
makes
the
sense.
most expensive luxury item
See, I get this.
ever, thanks to its rarity and prestige. But the most expensive land ever is something you would never expect.
No.
France owned all this land in 1803.
Oh, the
and
Louisiana Purchase. The Louisiana Purchase, how the U.S. like basically almost doubled. Actually, it did double its size.
the United States wanted a little piece of it, so they went over to France with $10 million and said, "Can we buy a little piece of your land?" France's leader and conqueror of Europe,
Yeah, they were struggling in Europe, and they were like, just sell it to them. It's not useful to us as much.
Napoleon, was like,
Grave
"How about you
mistake.
pay me 15 million for the whole thing?" Yes. The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the United States. at the
Hell
cost of
yeah.
4 cents per acre. This land today is worth thousands per acre, making it widely considered
I'm
the
so mad why my ancestors didn't move to the U.S. back then.
single greatest land purchase in history, as long as you don't ask the people originally living there.
Yeah.
But the Louisiana Purchase wasn't the most expensive in history. There was a piece of land that cost way more than the entire American Midwest, and it's this.
In
This
Hong
plot of
Kong?
land with a parking lot that cost $3 billion. Why did
Really?
this parking lot cost more than a fifth of the United States? Well, back then, the Louisiana Purchase was a gamble on an uncharted frontier. This modern-day plot of land in the center of one of the most valuable financial districts on Earth, where the government artificially restricts
Yeah, this is like one of the most densely populated areas on the planet, like the top something 10 cities or country, even country, right? Hong Kong is like the country, right? and one of the most expensive places to live in. Like they've got a lot of issues with home owning and
The
buying
land supply
homes.
was just a much safer investment. Land is valued for its potential, but the houses we put on top of the land are somehow even more expensive.
Okay.
In 2019, a finance guy spent $240 million on a high-altitude hollow brick in New York City that he doesn't even live in. Actually, all of these buildings are half empty, because the
Yeah, people just buy them, save money in these assets. I mean, invest money with these assets. Don't pay taxes on them.
rich people buying them are just treating them as investments. If they
Yep.
actually needed a place to stay, they would just do what the richest guy in India did and spend $2 billion erecting their own personal monument.
Oh yeah, I
That
know
has a
about
dark
this.
secret. This is Antilia, the most expensive private residence in the world, valued today at $4.6 billion.
Holy
it has
shit.
A 168-car garage, 3
I
helipads,
don't get the point of this. God damn. I wouldn't even feel attached to my home at this point. I just feel like I'm living in a luxury hotel.
a snow room, and the entire thing was built on an orphanage. And if you're wondering where the orphans went, the house also has 600 servants. There are investments, there are status symbols, but
Yeah, all cultures are beautiful. Yep.
the most expensive house
Every culture has a lot of beautiful things in it. But historically, every culture, a lot of dark shit in it as well. It is what it is.
ever is the hardest
That's
to
just
truly
us as
value.
humans.
Its purchase price, 21,000 pounds
Really?
in 1761. When King
Okay.
George III bought Buckingham House, it was just a little shack for him to store his wife. But after a few hundred years of renovations and millions
to
in state
store his
funding,
wife.
it became a 775-room palace.
Nice.
Its value is estimated at 4.9 billion pounds, but this is just a guess based on its prime location and historical significance. To
Yeah.
find something more valuable than any house, we just need to scale up to the most impressive and disastrous structures in the world. Mega projects. The US interstate highway system is the most expensive mega project in history, costing an
Yep,
inflation
I know
adjusted
about this.
634 billion. But it was worth it. For every $1 of that cost, it's returned $6 in economic output. This project had a clear problem, a clear plan, and a clear result. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
In 2021, Saudi
Now
Arabia
you guys need to work on high-speed rail, okay? That's gonna be your future for sure. Like way too car dependency, okay?
started building a 110-mile line-shaped
Like the California high-speed rail from San Francisco to LA. How long has it been? They just haven't even tried. Also, this walled city, like what Saudi Arabia was trying to do, is that it? What's the point of this? I just
city
pat
made out of
everywhere.
Empire State Building tall glass mirrors. It was
Holy
supposed
shit.
to cost 500 billion and be done by 2030. But now the
Why?
date is maybe 2080, and the cost is maybe 8.8 trillion.
I thought, yeah, that
Line
makes sense.
Will be the most expensive.
Probably
mega
gonna be
project
more.
ever if it actually gets built. If. 45 Mount Everests above all of this.
Bro, imagine. I mean, this is in the middle of the desert, but imagine a huge storm comes and that fucking place just gets flooded. Like, that's one of the main stuff I'm thinking of.
Is the International Space Station, the
Yep.
most expensive
Oh,
single
I got
object
it.
ever built by humans. But its cost is the least impressive thing about it. See,
Oh.
legendary mega projects like the pyramids represent what one civilization could do. The ISS represents what every civilization together could do. It took hundreds of thousands
Okay,
of
bro.
experts
Okay,
from
so
all
you're telling me this is not that impressive because multiple civilizations done it? Shut the fuck up, man. Of course this is impressive. You think all of the civilizations back then would do this if they worked together? No, they fucking wouldn't. If we actually worked together, like, imagine the whole world being one country and everybody working together for one goal, which will never happen because we're humans and we're insane. Yeah, we can do way more. But we're gonna fight over
over
resources.
the world to manufacture parts that
And
fit
power.
together perfectly
Obviously.
when assembled in an empty void that would kill a human in 90 seconds. This is the greatest masterpiece ever built by humans, and it shows what can be accomplished when the world comes together. But it's way more costly when the world comes apart.
No.
War is pretty expensive. The American Civil War cost so much that to fund it, the government had to invent paper money and the federal income tax. God damn it! World War I cost so much that Germany was still paying it off until 2010. And World War II
Really? I didn't know about this.
was the most expensive conflict in history. The full global cost of this war has never been calculated, but it involved every major power devoting a majority of their entire economy to destruction. By the end of the war, 70 million were dead, a majority being civilians, and most of the involved countries were in shambles. Military spending as a percentage of GDP has never come close to World War II levels since, and if it ever does, we probably will.
Listen, imagine even an AI bubble wouldn't do such a thing like that to that degree. But you know, I think something worse might happen when AIs take over and basically destroy all humans.
Won't be aware. War is pretty expensive.
When AIs are under control of the nukes we have, show's over.
World War II military spending was 25 trillion in today's dollars, but the cost of its destruction is unknown. All the things in this video have value for different reasons, but the most expensive thing ever is the most unusual.
Oh yeah?
Every single particle has an antiparticle with an opposite charge. When they touch, they annihilate and release energy. A single gram of antimatter could release more energy than 3 Hiroshima bombs.
Okay, I know about this.
Every 75 minutes, an atom in a banana decays, producing one single particle of antimatter. But the particle is
I knew about this, but not in this scientific detail.
so small that if you had one banana for every human that has ever existed, you would have to wait 97 times the age of the universe to produce 1 gram of antimatter. But that still wouldn't work because the banana antimatter particles only exist for 125 picoseconds, which is 1 billionth of a blink.
Damn.
The only way to make a meaningful amount of antimatter is by firing tiny particles at almost the speed of light into a metal rod, then catching the debris in a vacuum. There's currently only one facility that does this, and in its entire existence, it's made less than 10 billionths of a gram of antimatter, which would make enough energy to power a light bulb for 4 hours. Antimatter could be the most efficient energy source ever, and studying it could answer questions about
So the future of humanity is not just AI, but antimatter. But antimatter could power AI.
how the universe was formed. But it's so difficult to make that NASA
Wait, how the universe was
how the universe be the most efficient energy source ever. And studying it could answer questions about how the universe was formed.
Oh,
but
really?
It's so difficult to make that NASA estimates 1 gram would cost 62.5 trillion.
That's like what, half of the world's GDP? The world's GDP right now is like 120 something trillion dollars.
If we ever somehow manage to get a gram of antimatter, wouldn't the most expensive thing be whoever owns the antimatter? Which would probably be a country, maybe the United States, which is already worth 180 trillion. But then,
Wait. The United States is worth... The GDP of the world is 126 trillion. So, United States, 32.4 trillion. Wait, what? I'm so confused. How does he just say... I'm so confused, what?
Wouldn't the most expensive thing be whoever owns the antimatter? Which would probably be a country, maybe the United States, which is already worth 180 trillion. But then...
Maybe this isn't the GDP. Maybe this is something else. Am I dumb?
Then, the Earth is worth 5 quadrillion. And now that we're in space, there are asteroids floating around with
it's something else. Okay.
billions worth of gold and platinum. And the sun is made of gas worth...
I was purely thinking of economies, I guess. Maybe this is way more.
...nillion. The universe is filled with an infinite amount of wealth, all of which we got for free.
Yep. Interesting freaking video. Kinda made me want to research more about antimatter. When you learn about something a little bit and then you like find out that there's not enough information about that in our world, in our science, in our modern science, and you're like, oh, I want to learn more about this. One of that stuff being the universe, which I would love to explore and learn about it as much as possible. But I've got an IQ of 65, and I live in the 21st century. And I've got, we can't know everything, sadly. I can't just and go to, I don't know, exploring the Andromeda galaxy or something else. Somewhere out, some far, far away galaxy. Anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Jack Pockets, interesting video, interesting fucking topic. Subscribe to him, like the video, tell me what you think, and have a nice day.